What are the four major time management personality types? What are they and which one are you? By the way, if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, it's good to get an overview of this, so check out one of my other videos up here. So I'm going to share with you these four types, and I'm going to share with you the strengths, the weaknesses, and also what is the ideal time management system for each of the four types. Because it's very, very different. And the big challenge that many people have, if you work with a different time management system that doesn't match your type, you're in trouble, big trouble. So we got to avoid that. So listen carefully while I go through all the types so you know which one is yours. The first type is D type, which D stands for dominant. And dominant type strength is really, they're great at decision making, they're good at delegating things to other people, and they're also highly self-motivated. They got that drive to move forward. And D-type's weaknesses are they're usually rather impatient. So they might be in a meeting and they want to push things forward. Also, they tend to neglect relationships, meaning that they're so focused on the goal, usually fast decision making, they don't always care about all the emotions of the people around them. And also they tend to rush things. Yeah, they tend to push everything forward way too much. So those are their weaknesses. So the ideal time management system for you, if you're D-type, is the following. It's got to be a time management system that's very goal-oriented, where you can see the goals clearly. There's got to be a clear list of priorities for the week, for the day. Yeah, by the way, for the month and the quarter, of course, as well. But simple and clear list of priorities. And then it's got to be an efficient system that just gets to the point. Not too many details, not too much fluff, short, action-oriented, getting to the point fast and moving forward quickly. The second type is influential, I-type, right? What are their strengths? I-type strengths are they're motivating. They're good at motivating other people. They're good at working with other people. Yeah, the second thing, they usually tend to be better at multitasking than all the other types. Yeah, they're able to work on different things at different times and make it somehow work. And lastly, right, they have a very positive attitude. So they got great motivation and a positive attitude, not just for themselves, but for other people as well. What are I-type's weaknesses? Well, they tend to more easily be distracted because there's so many exciting things to do, right? Also, they have a tough time often with time estimates. Like, here's a task. How long is it actually going to take to complete it? They have a really tough time with it. Also, another challenge for I-type, prioritizing. Yeah, prioritizing. It's hard for them, put things in order, put things in priorities. So what is the ideal time management system for I-type? Well, it's got to be, first of all, it's got to be flexible. Yeah, it's got to be flexible. Secondly, it's got to be social. They have to be interaction with other people where they can meet other people more continuously. And then lastly, right, there's got to be some spontaneity in it. Things can easily change. That is okay. There has to be time for unexpected things. Yeah, things that can happen that could be more exciting than what they're doing right now. The third type is S-type. S stands for steady. Yeah, their big strengths is really they're good with being reliable. First of all, yeah, they're very reliable. Also, they have more of a balanced workload because too little they don't like, but too much they also don't like. Yeah, they're very good being steady and being consistent. And lastly, they tend to also be very supportive of other people that they support, believe in. So what are S-type's weaknesses? Well, first of all, they don't like change, right? If you're steady, if you're consistent, what do you like? You don't like the changes coming. The second thing that S-type has a challenge with, they tend to be hesitant. Yeah, they're not fast action takers. They think often too many times. So they tend to be hesitant. And lastly, they often put others' needs first of their own. So this is the one type where we really can say, hey, be a little more selfish. Take care of yourself first as well. So what is the ideal time management system for S-types? Well, it's got to be a system that is consistent, that is well structured, and also it has to include some self-care. where they care about themselves a little bit more. The fourth type is the C type, and C stands for cautious, right? So what are their strengths? First of all, it's accuracy. Yeah, they work in a very, very accurate, detailed way. Secondly, they're very detail-oriented, meaning they usually tend to keep the time, and they expect it of others as well, right? And lastly, they tend to be super, super, super organized. Yeah, almost to a point where other types are driven crazy by it. Huge strengths, very, very organized. So what are C-type's weaknesses? Well, the first one really is perfectionism. Because they're such logical, perfectionist people, perfectionism can really, really hold them back if they're not careful. The second one is overthinking. Yeah, again, they're so logical, they tend to overthink all the possibilities, all the options. It can hold them really, really back. And the last one is, because they're such perfectionists, they usually lack flexibility. So what is the ideal time management system for a C-type person? Well, it has to be very methodical, first of all, right? Secondly, it can be very, very detail-oriented. And overall, it should be very organized. So out of all the types, right, C-type is really the type that will actually buy a planner and fill it in every single day. Yeah, and so often for C-types, even breaking things down into 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes for the whole day, plan out every single thing, works very, very well. And this might not work well at all for the other three types. Yeah, S-type sometimes too, but especially C-type likes very, very detailed time management systems. So comment down below one time, what was your biggest takeaway from this? And hey, what is your disc time management type? Which one are you most like? Let me know down below. Again, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And most importantly, I really look forward to seeing you for the next video.